Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Yariel in this incarnation. Well, something that I mentioned in the video of the energies of the week is that yesterday, May 2nd, Pluto in Aquarius started its retrogradation. And this is a big movement because this first phase is going to happen in Aquarius until September 2nd, where it moves to Capricorn. It is going to continue the retrogradation there until October, when it awakens, and then it leaves Capricorn in November, definitely entering in Aquarius. This is a big shift for us in the collective level and also in the individual in a more symbolic way. This is expressed as all the structures of power that have to be left behind, resisting, assuming new ways. Many people are attributing this to the structures of the governments of every country in the planet. But something that I mentioned before is that Pluto in Aquarius is about the power of the collective consciousness, because that is the true power. The rest are distortions of the ego. So as long as there are battles and dualities, are the egos identified with ideas, the ones that are operating. Therefore, the people are also presenting resistances to assume new ways of power because they imply assuming a freedom that causes great fear. I mean, this happens to us individually. How many times we went through opportunities, or we had to give like these leaps into the void that caused us great fear because they implied the end of the known and the death of aspects of the identity. But on the other side of that transformation, there is freedom. That is what Pluto in Aquarius is saying to us. But that freedom is one with consciousness. We are in a planetary ascension and we are invited to awaken the Christic consciousness in ourselves, nor more nor less. So this is not going to be sustained nor from allowing the abuse, nor from executing the abuse, because that is repetition. The repetition that the human collective has made in the last 2,000 years. 2,000 years. So I think that many people are resisting, have a lot of fear to let go these structures of the abusive systems because they are fed, they are sustained by the people. And beyond this, it is not only about letting them go. This is not licentiousness. I think this is the word. This is about making an enormous energetic investment and to face our own fears individually to build new ones. Because this freedom requires great responsibility. And of course, that, as humans, this could cause great resistances. So, in the individual level, this process of the retrogradation puts in evidence if there are aspects in imbalance in relation with the power, whether if it's linked with ceding the power to something external through fear, through allowing energetic abuses, or from manipulations and control, which is the abuse of power. These polarities are presented in order to identify them and how we can use our power with consciousness. These dynamics are very common in the disconnected ego. It's not to judge them, it's to embrace them and to transform them. And to use this power, in many cases, is about facing something that causes great fear, but that could give us great liberation. And in these days, Venus has been doing this square with Pluto in Aquarius. So we could have felt a lot in the relationships, all these transits in relationships. Also in the case of Venus, reflecting those parts of ourselves that we need to value and to validate without expecting the others to do it. Without, claiming to others to do it, because they are reflecting that, what we need to do with ourselves. So moving to other topic, Mercury, but it's connected, of course. Mercury, it is in orb, Mercury in Aries, it is in orb of conjunction with Chiron. and on May 4th activates the mathematical degree of the eclipse. On May 5th is going to perfection the conjunction with Chiron. And those days, the moon is going to pass through Aries. So those days are days where we have to put a lot of attention. There is a tendency to reactivity in conversations with others. There is a tendency to the projection of wounds, to not hear, to not listen to the other. Well, everything that happens in a discussion where people are not understanding each other, and where the egos want to win and want to have want to be right, and this thing about winning is very much a polarity of Aries, a shadow when it becomes an ego battle. So in those conversations, we could also say things that can hurt other people. So that's why it is very important to take this in account. And with the activation of the mathematical degree of the eclipse, Mercury actually is inviting us to put the focus, as it would do I don't know the name in English. Well, the animal that represents the the animal that represents Aries. I forgot the name. Okay, and Mercury is inviting us to open the way, to put the focus there, and to take decisions, important decisions that emerged in the eclipse, but maybe we didn't have the courage to face there at that moment. Mars is going to give us an impulse also when it touches the mathematical degree of the eclipse ahead. But in the end, everything depends on us. So, well, family, I just wanted to leave this message today. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.